There is a screenshot that exists on the computer of every single Football Manager player. You know the one I'm talking about. You don't need to see it to know what it looks like. On your left side, your team. 30 shots, 12 on target, expected goals rating of 4.2. The right side, the opposition. 1 shot, 1 on target, expected goals of 0.04. The score, you lost 1-0. When this happens, a very specific thought process takes over. We stare at the monitor, teeth clenched, and we whisper the words that comforts us. Scripted. We tell ourselves that the game decided we were going to lose before the ball was even kicked. We tell ourselves that the match engine is rigged, that the AI cheats, and that Sports Interactive has a personal vendetta against our happiness. Welcome to the victim complex. Today I want to explore why we are all convinced that Football Manager is out to get us. And I'm going to be the bearer of bad news. The game isn't rigged, the code isn't cheating, your brain is just lying to you. It starts with something called the negativity bias. This is an evolutionary trait. Human brains are wired to remember pain much more vividly than pleasure. In the wild, remembering that a red berry makes you sick keeps you alive. Remembering that a blueberry tastes nice is just a bonus. In Football Manager, this means we possess a photographic memory for bad luck and total amnesia for good luck. Think about your last season. You can probably describe in forensic detail the match where your goalkeeper dropped the ball into his own net in the 90th minute. You hold on to that memory, you nurture it. It becomes proof of the conspiracy. But what about the game 3 weeks prior? The boring 1-0 win where the opposition striker hits the post twice and your defender makes a miraculous goal line clearance. You don't remember that, you filtered it out. Your brain felt that under I won because I'm a technical genius. We claim ownership of our victories, but we outsource our defeats to the script. When we win, it's skill. When we lose, it's the engine. Then, there's our obsession with pattern recognition. Humans hate chaos. We're terrified of randomness. If we roll a dice and get a 6 3 times in a row, we don't think that's random. We think the dice is loaded. We do the same thing in Football Manager. We invent rules that do not exist. This game won't let me win 10 matches in a row. The game always injures my best player before a cup final. The game always makes me concede after I score. We act like we're detecting a pattern in the code. We aren't. We're just seeing random variants and trying to force a narrative onto it. The computer does not care if you win 10 in a row. The computer is just rolling dice in the background, thousands of times a second. Sometimes the dice roll low. That isn't conspiracy. It's really just math. This leads to the main character syndrome. To believe that the game is scripted against you is actually a form of ego. It assumes that AI actually cares about you. It assumes that the game engine, which is probably processing hundreds of matches across 50 leagues, stopped what it's doing specifically just to ruin your afternoon. The harsh reality is that the game is indifferent. It doesn't know you are chasing promotion. It doesn't know what you need to win, whether you need this win to save your job. It is just cold, hard, unfeeling data. But perhaps the biggest reason we scream scripted is because we have a well-warped view of real football. We play FM like it's chess. We think the better team should always win. But football isn't chess. It's a low-scoring, high-variance sport where the better team loses all the time. We saw a match in real life where Manchester City had 30 shots and lost to a relegation candidate. We call it the magic of the FA Cup. But we call it a classic smash and grab. But when it happens in Football Manager, we call it a bug. We demand a level of consistency from the simulation that doesn't really exist in reality. We want the game to be realistic, but we only want the fair parts of reality. We don't want the part where a goalkeeper has the game of his life, or the striker trips over his own feet. So the next time you get FM'd, the next time you dominate a game and lose, try and take a step back. Catch yourself from looking for the conspiracy. Ask yourself, did the game script this, or did I just experience a pure variety of variants? It hurts to admit that it's just bad luck, because bad luck cannot be controlled. But realising that the game isn't rigged and it's actually freeing. It means you aren't a victim, you're just a manager, and sometimes managers lose too. Accept the chaos, it's the only way to stay sane.